Hi everyone, this is me Priyanka and welcome back to my channel where I talk about tech and career. Most of you must be wondering why I took this long gap from creating videos and uploading it to YouTube. So I'm gonna update you all on that one as well. Between this time, I had a big career change. Most of you may know that I was working as a software engineer in a consulting company working in the iOS and Android department. But then I got moved to a new company, a Sydney-based startup, and I joined them as their CTO. So it's been pretty fun and challenging experience for me. I have been working as a CTO for the past 2 months, and because of the transition, I had so many things going on. I had so many priorities and I was flat out with works. And that's a reason why, uploading in YouTube was not in my priority at that time. But then the beauty about, posting in YouTube is so amazing. Like about 6 months back, I uploaded one video on how to upload your iOS app on App Store. And till last week, I was getting comments, people were really interacting, and I think many people find it really useful. So because of that, I didn't felt the disconnection from my YouTube channel. I kept on replying in it and I got a very good response. I got some emails from people asking if I can do a paid work by uploading their apps in the App Store. Then I got some of my friends reaching out to me and asking if this is the end of my YouTube journey. And then it actually hit me and I had to manage my priority, and now I'm in that space where I can spend some time and create some content for you guys. So now in this video I'll be talking about my experience as a freelancer, what are the benefits of freelancing and what are the drawbacks. Can you see your career as a freelancer? And at the end of the video I would like to share my opinion for someone who is looking to become a full-time freelancer, quitting their 9-to-5 job, or if they plan to carry on both at the same time. So let's get started with my experience. My experience as a freelancer is kind of rough, I would say. Just to get started, it took me a long time. So though I was working here and there with small jobs, small contracts, but I wasn't actually into a freelancing platform and earning from there. And I was really interested on doing that, while most of my friends, they really had a couple of good jobs in hand and they were earning a good amount of money from freelancing platform, while I was struggling to get my profile verified. Anyhow, I got through it. I aimlessly bidded in projects, and it wasn't actually working out for me initially. So the time when I was working full-time in a fintech company based in Nepal, I was doing 9-to-5 job, and I reached at that stage where I felt that I have been doing a lot of monotonous work and I wanted that creative and fun side of tech. And luckily at that time, one of my friends who was doing really well as a freelancer, he referred me to one of his clients. From there, I actually started my real journey as a freelancer, full-time freelancer, I would say. For a couple of weeks, I was handling both 9-to-5 and the freelancing job. But then I couldn't, so I just quit the 9-to-5 job and I worked full-time as a freelancer because the pay was good, there was flexibility, and I got to work with many interesting people all around the world, and the projects were also really cool and I was really proud of whatever I did. So once I worked with that client, I got another clients as well. So it kept on growing from one experience to another until now I have all those clients reaching back to me if they have some work. So it's pretty fun. So even now and then I like to get myself engaged in freelancing gigs. Now I would also like to share some good side and bad side of freelancing from my own experience. So the good side ultimately beats it, but still, the good side is that you have the flexibility of where you work, with whom you want to work it. You get tons of clients, and you have the ability to choose who you want to deal with and what kind of project you want to work on. Second is that you get a really good exposure. You meet with different people from different part of the world, which is actually not possible with just your regular 9-to-5 work in your local area. And another part is you get quite good amount of money out of it, because it's a competitive world in freelancing. If you have a good profile, if you already have a work history and good reviews from a client, then it's really not that difficult to get a job. Like some of my friends who are pro freelancer, they get invitation, so they don't even need to bid on projects. They get invitation for works. They get a lot of flexibility, what stack they prefer. They get to choose about the timeline of the project or how much budget should be allocated for that. Now moving on to the side that you may not want to know, is that all these freelancing platforms, they charge you certain percent for whatever you own. That's why some people, they don't prefer these platforms. Another really important part of these platforms is that it looks after you, basically. So you don't need to create invoices. You don't need to worry how the client's gonna pay you, or if they're gonna pay you in time or not. All these things, they are handled by the platform itself, which usually takes half of your stress away. So another drawback is the cash flow. So if you work on a 9-to-5 job, you are secured, meaning that even though you don't have work some days, you are still gonna get paid. But with freelancing, there will be days where you have tons of work and you are earning a good amount of money, but there will be days where you don't have any work at all. So in that case, you just need to secure your saving so that you can sustain with whatever you have. Some of my friends, they work 6 months as a freelancer, and rest of the 6 months of the year, they just enjoy doing nothing, which is pretty cool. Now talking about the available platforms for freelancing. So there are many new platforms as well. I'll talk about the common ones being Fiverr, Freelancer, Upwork, Toptal. From my experience, and if I would suggest anyone, it would be Upwork, I would say, because sites like Freelancer, Fiverr, it's so easy to create a profile, and you already have tons of people already there bidding in low amount. You get things done in really cheap price and mostly in cheap quality as well. But Upwork and Toptal, they have maintained their quality because they don't easily approve someone as a freelancer. They look into the profile really carefully, their experience, their work history. With Toptal, it is a bit difficult to get your profile verified and to get onto it. But with Upwork, if you genuinely have some good experience and knowledge, then you'll definitely have your profile verified. And yeah, you just need to follow some tips and tricks how to get it verified. Now moving on to the last part, and apart from how to get started as a freelancer, this is the second question I get asked a lot, that if someone who is working in a company doing a 9-to-5 job, if they should quit it and become a full-time freelancer. So this is really tricky. For me, it worked out. I was doing a 9-to-5 job. I was really bored of it. I wanted to do something new, something creative. My friend referred me, and that project lasted for around 2-3 months. So I basically turned lucky, and I worked hard to maintain the stage that I was in, which helped me to get another projects as well. But let's say if that didn't happen, then it would have been like 100% difficult for me to become a full-time freelancer, because there's no certainty. And if you're in a position where you cannot risk your cash flow, it gets really difficult. You need to be really strategic, but there's one way, and it's a difficult way. I have done that as well. So carrying on both your 9-to-5 job and the freelancing gigs that you do side by side. So you can keep on continuing that, and once you reach that stage where you feel that you are pretty confident, if this client goes, you can get any other work, then only you quit your job. It would make sense that way than to just unnecessarily risk it all. But the most important thing before even reaching this question is to have your profile verified in the best freelancing platform, to have a good amount of work experience in your portfolio. So you can start off with small projects. Initially you can work on some bug fixes, some small chunk of works that though don't pay you much, but while you're doing your 9-to-5 job, you can have a look into that, and you can create a profile for yourself that will really help you on a long run. So I think that's it. If there's anything that I missed out or anything that you want to know, please write down in the comments below. So in the next video, I'll be talking about some cool tips and tricks on how to get your profile verified, and how you should be really strategic on making freelancing as your IT career. So till then, goodbye.